Maybe with a little less cavalry, since I don't like cavalry. You folks police Novgorod, please. The rest of you head over to Danzig, where we'll sort everyone out. Proper jobs for all. Jake, are you going to rebel Keck Austria? No, that was a one-off special for France, because it was so important to do it to them. Austria does need to be denied ports, though, because when they get expansion, they are going to expand. Rebel Keck. What a horrible phrase. It just sounds so horrible. Don't know how better to put it than that. Alright, Savoy do not take anything to help them convert land, but they do get +2 from their ideas. Don't think... Oh, I already converted it, so what am I even moaning about? Not a British thing, looking to moan about nothing at all. Right, I'm confident that I have the time to integrate you now, or start your integration at the very least. You're going to cost me dearly, I'm sure. Yeah, -8 per month, whereas we only get 4. That's fine. As long as we try not to increase our Diplo reputation any further. I thought that was going to be it. That really looked like an increased Diplo rep event there. So we need to fire the guns on France in 4 years. Can't really do it any sooner than any later than that. But do we fire the guns on you? Because I need to feed Oldenburg. Aggressive expansion is all but gone, so yeah. We're simply wasting away if we don't put it to use. You there. A decent enough stack. I mean, not the best, but you'll do. Go and die to the Brandenburgs, please. You shall strike from Vorpommern. They shall not see it coming. Jake, vassals that are being integrated don't core provinces. Now I know that's not true. They don't buy provinces. Alright, Palatinate. Do you have any friends worth knowing? Aachen, Bohemia, Brandenburg, Silesia, Thuringia. Butchering names left and right, but what do I care? The answer is I do not. Actually, getting you in on the action would bring in Lorraine, who I do want to smash a little. Because it's land that I could be giving to Nevers. But would they actually get involved? Aachen would not. Bohemia and Brandenburg and all them would. Feeding Bohemian land to the Teutonic Order might not be a bad idea, but it might not be a good idea either, so Well, none of these guys are particularly scary, so I could make you a co-belligerent and just deal with the fallout. Ottomans would love to get involved, but they're too far dead. Jake, are you going to convert the Coptics? And while you're at it, take a peek at Japan, pretty please. Seems you're a little late. We already looked at Japan. But yes, I will be dealing with the Coptics, and I will have to deal with this horrible Catholic mess. Seems that they managed to put down the Catholic Rebs. Either that or they ran away somewhere. How reoccurring are these Catholic rebels anyway? Do they keep getting pop-up events? Because, oh my, 8... You're going to need 4 strength to deal with that, and you only have 2. Well, as long as it didn't convert the entire country. We're okay. To a degree. Jake, Spanish ports. What about them? We managed to build up all the buildings that we wanted. Oh, one thing that I was meaning to do, though, is get ourselves a better navy. We certainly have the money for it. Where are our cogs? Frigates. I mean, do I even need you? This is the War College. That's something I need. Where was my mind at there before I got driven away there? Yes, do I even need all the power that I'm getting from my boats here? Frankly, I think that I do not. Let's get rid of all these fairly useless boats. If we've got a boat, we want it gone. Even our transports, go away. We still have 2 transports. They're over here, but I don't mind them. They're doing their job. Now I want a lot more galleys. Yes, 60 galleys and 80 transports. We'll call it the Cog Wall, in reference to a great multiplayer game I once played. And maybe a few heavies, because you never know when they're going to come into handy. Come in handy, but no, maybe the next one when we get the 2-deckers. Okay, so they just melted our front row. Which makes me feel like a real scrub at this fight. Only Bohemia joined from the Palatinate's friends. Poor, worthless Palatinate. Getting melted here. Could do with some backup. And let's keep that unrest down. Wish there was an easy way to switch the general into the good stack. But there really isn't. You'll be out of there the 8th. We'll be too slow to catch you, which is fine. Hopefully I can stack wipe. Again, if only. But he didn't get the morale from the turn of the month. And if I were him, I would be running to somewhere high base tax like Altmark. Chase him down, boys. Oh, well, already got him. Nice and clinical. Holy War with Milan doesn't sound right. Why? He annexed Ferrara, so now he's too expensive to one-shot. Well, at least to annex in a one-shot. However, that might have given him too much aggressive expansion that he doesn't want to be friendly with other folks. Let's hope that's not the case. Milan as an emperor would work out swimmingly, as long as he doesn't label Austria as a as an elector, and he probably would. So we want to declare war on Milan the moment he becomes emperor. Lots of things we need to keep in mind. Jake, you can just upgrade them now. No need to build new ones from scratch. Now, the reason we build them here is that we now have the shipyard, which brings down local ship cost, which also brings down maintenance cost. And by the way, when I fight Milan, it's not going to be any use unless I get the others involved in this. Hungary and Würzburg would. But that still leaves Trier. Trier don't have any non-HRE alliances. And I can't declare another war inside the HRE. Whilst at war with the HRE Emperor. Troublesome. And I can't get Trier as an ally whilst I'm at war. So I want to ally them fairly soon. And I want to be in a position where I can quickly ally Lorraine and Hungary. Well, it seems we've already got that covered. Seems we have a lot of things covered here. This is rather nice. Shame Lorraine didn't get involved. They're probably because they're getting ravaged. Speaking of getting ravaged, it is a bad day to be Muscovy. Although it seems they managed to put Ryazan to boot. The Golden Horde's gunning for them, though. I really hope the Golden Horde win that. Similarly, I hope they can get back on their converting spree. But a lot of that goes down to how their piety goes away. Well, goes up. Yeah, I know I need alliances with the electors first, but I can't get those alliances whilst I'm at war. So we need to deal with these guys soon. Alright, what do I do with Bohemia? Troublesome little whelp that they are. They still have a core there that's going to make it twice as expensive. I might make them revoke it. Jake, do you know what happens to the Curia once all Catholics are eradicated? I wish I could load up this game as a Catholic and see what the Curia looks like right now. But I cannot. Let's send some of this leather cannoned love over to Bohemia. Thorn in my side for far too long. Just kidding, they've not been a thorn in my side at all. They've just been there doing their thing. Does Novgorod still have factions? No. Novgorod are a theocracy, so they lost their Merchant Republic factions. When you are the Pope and you release someone, they spit out as a theocracy, which I think is pretty cool. But then I think many things are pretty cool. Let's get a chunk of you out of there. Wow, it is a bad day to be Brandenburg. I didn't finish my economic ideas, did I? No. But I'm close. I am really close. It's a little too far away to get it during this war, though, which is a shame. Because there's a real good reason that I want economic. Jake, can you see who's the Curia controller? There's probably ways to find out, but there's no button I can press to just instantly check, sadly. Who am I making love me here? Oh yes, Savoy, because I want to integrate them. Much like how I want to integrate Toulouse. For example, I could... Let's say Austria was a Curia controller. I could check their prestige, and it would say Curia controller +1, or whatever bonus the Curia controller gets. But seeing as it's not him, in fact he's got unlawful territory. Could it be France? No? Well, there aren't many Catholics. Running out of possibilities here. Maybe the Curia is destroyed. Finland? Castile? Oh, not seeing it. There are other Curia bonuses, but I can't think what they are off the top of my head. Ones that you can see from countries. I know a lot, but I don't know everything. Good question, though. Thank you for it. Curia ledger, Jake. Does the Curia have a ledger? Would be news to me if it did. Alright, I can think of no good thing to do to Bohemia other than force them to revoke their cores. So once we have them, that is what we will do. It's only the one, doesn't cost us much. Otherwise, just pay us loads of money. Why are you in this war? And do I care? I rather think you should go to the Teutons. It will save any embarrassment if you end up going to Bohemia later on and we have to deal with the core. Well, the increased coring cost. Jake, shouldn't the Curia controller be the Pope during certain situations? Maybe that screwed it up. Well, I certainly don't have the bonus for the Curia controller. Perhaps the Curia got destroyed when I became the Emperor. When I became... Ugh. Perish the thought. When I became Sunni, perhaps I dissolved the papacy. Oh, damn. Fresh new electors. That's going to make things tricky. Guess our plan for the Empire backfired. Maybe I should just claw into Austria no matter what. Take away his coastline. Punish him severely. Just deal with you. I'm at 99% war score, but I can't take you. Probably because, as usual, this inland guy that I can't get to is causing me trouble. Then again, Trier, Wurzburg, Milan, Hungary, Hesse and Aachen. Aachen wants to be my friend. Hesse wants to be my friend. We could still do it. It would be tricky, but what isn't in life? Jake, the new electors are Thuringia and Silesia, whom you are at war with and can annex. Yeah. Wait, what? Silesia is not an elector. Hesse I'm not at war with. Aachen I'm not at war with. Is Morocco alive and colonizing, Jake? Morocco is not alive and not colonizing. Nobody appears to be colonizing, at least not the New World. It's good for me. Right, it is really only the Palatinate here that are stopping us from our ambitions. Lo and behold, they don't want out of this war. And because they're sealed away, I can't get access to go and defeat them. And that saves the Silesia. Just disgusting. I could wait about a year to annex them. And you know what? I think that's what I should do. I have 1 year before I get to fight France anyway, so we'll just cool our jets till then. Huh? Jake, dock France before Toulouse is integrated. That's the plan. We'll declare war on France in about a year. And we need to bum rush France really quickly. But we also need to get our alliances. No, getting the alliances will drain our dip like nothing on earth. Alright, Hesse will be involved in this war. Hesse back Austria. We have access to Hesse. Can't exactly annex them. But... What can we do to them? Oh, well, there's nothing stopping us annexing them. We'll just core the land. I don't have all this admin for nothing. No, I have it for spending it on ideas. Production efficiency and reduce inflation cost. It's going to make reducing inflation really cheap. If only we never had to worry about that. Ah, it's lovely making tons of money. Also means we can do something else. Aggressive expansion impact minus 20%. Let's leave that on for the rest of the game. I know we can burn aggressive expansion like that, but I'd still rather not. Can't yet deal with the anti-pope. Alright, we'll make these annexations and then we'll declare war on France. We will annex and core Hesse. We're going to run the Emperor out of people that he can make his little friend. Minus 60% aggressive expansion for taking land. That's only fair, even though it's HRE and we are another religious group. Oh, and we are hemorrhaging Diplo power. We gain 3, of which we spend 8. I'm going to need to do something about that, or else I'm going to run out of Diplo power and I won't be able to do anything. Not sure what I can do other than pray for a better pope. Instead of praying, let's just make him in charge of our Grande Armée. Now, like I said before, we need to nail France to the wall. Did I say that before? Well, I'm saying it now. Jake, why haven't you killed Ireland? They don't colonise. How am I doing on the piety front? Can probably start to lose it now so I can tech up faster. Ireland is still Christian, yes. It's also disgusting. Increased coring cost. Ugh, it's just not something I need to worry about, so I refuse to worry about it. You're running out of time, Silesia. Yeah, there we go. They'll become part of the Teutonic Order. As they should. Which means we can make the rest of our pieces. We don't need the Palatinate, not even an Elector. Thuringia? There's an idea. What do we do about you? Well, as long as you're not an Elector, it's okay. You're Protestant, so you won't become an Elector. So, we just gave you 3 overextension, but there's still plenty to give away. Oldenburg gets 7, 12, 17. That should be good for you. Yeah, that's not bad, that aggressive expansion. And some more for you. I need to leave them with Brandenburg, but that's not a problem because it's their capital. We'll actually link up your lands here. It's 13, 18. I'll give you the Bohemian core so that Bohemia can't take it back. Let's not overfeed you. Not even sure if we'll be able to afford that on a peace table. Nope, so we'll go with that. Glorious. All that land, and the worst we get is 61 aggressive expansion with some people. Looking good. And they'll convert that, no problem. Alright, coalition time. Who wants it? Bohemia might want it, but I increased relations with a lot of people who might be tempted. Okay, Thuringia def tempted. France might actually. That would be horrible. France, please don't enter that coalition before I'm ready to destroy you. So not in the next month. Is that a deal? There should be plenty of troops to annihilate all of France instantly. Jacob Noob's Noob. No, it's Jack Noob's Noob says, "Are you Sunni?" Yes, we are the Pope and we are Sunni. Because that's how things go in this game. Gelre, Hesse, Brandenburg. Ah, now I wanted Gelre, didn't I? But this war has to be fast. Total cost of France, 167. So we're looking at 10, 20, 30, 42, 50, 62. We'll focus on feeding Toulouse here, since they're the ones that are getting integrated. But I see no benefit in labeling other people as... oh wow, Brandenburg want to get involved. That would cease the coring. Well, they're already dead on the inside, but why would they... why are they so keen when I just wrecked them? I suppose it matters not. Good night, France. Jake, Austria doesn't colonize. Austria does take expansion. And if I am wrong about that, then I don't know what to say, because I don't want to be right. Alright, who gets involved in this again? There's Gelre, but no sense worrying about that. I'll have you destroyed. I wouldn't mind if you kill the Pope in battle. It's worth the stab hit. But you don't want to kill the Pope in battle. Too bad. Just get these lands sieged up on the double and make me wish I had offensive. Jake, get a Brandenburg White peace deal. You get a 5-year truce instead of 15. This guy, he thinks good things. No Novgorod problems. Novgorod has cored everything. They haven't taken any more religious ideas. They're desperately trying to tech up here, but they should get massive bonuses to tech. They are, however, converting everything. No problem. Yeah! Man, I love these guys. Moscow will also have to go soon enough. Godspeed, Golden Horde. Yeah. Let's just wipe out Brandenburg. We're wiping all out. I have never felt like I'd happily lose piety for man bags of money. Okay, so it seems I'm being told Austria don't take expansion. Well, that must have been a recent change. Or I'm just living in the past. Austria used to take expansion.